Okay, so today we're going to start Chapter 2. In Chapter 2, we have 4 objectives for the first lesson. It's I can represent exponential growth with a table, I can represent exponential growth with a graph, I can represent exponential growth with an equation, and I can write the equation for an exponential function given a table. Our intro to 2.1.1 says, in the last chapter you began to describe families of functions using multiple representations, especially xy tables, graphs, and equations. In this chapter you will learn about a new family of functions and the type of growth it models. So we're going to start off this section with the rabbit link sheets that you should have, and the context is in the book of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Two good friends named Lenny and George dreamed of raising rabbits and living off the land. What if their dream came true? Suppose Lenny and George started with 2 rabbits that had 2 babies after 1 month, and suppose that every month thereafter each pair of rabbits had 2 babies. So I like to kind of underline important information first. So to do that, I feel that they start with 2 rabbits is important, and those 2 rabbits had 2 babies after 1 month, and every month thereafter each pair of rabbits had 2 babies. So we first want to figure out how this is growing, and to do that we're going to create a diagram. And in the diagram we're going to have to come up with a key. So I'm going to say that X represents a parent, 1 parent, and O represents 1 baby. And as we start here, month 0, the start, says we started with 2 rabbits. So we're going to have just the 2 parents, we have 2 X's, for a total of 2 rabbits to start. After 1 month, those 2 parent rabbits are still parent rabbits, and they had 2 babies underneath them. So if we kind of only look just at this particular month, we had 2 parent rabbits plus 2 baby rabbits for a total of 4 rabbits after 1 month. And we can go to our table and start filling that in. So at month 0 we had 2, month 1 we had 4. And it says pattern over here, and you can never determine a pattern based off just 2 points, because as of right now my pattern could be adding 2 or it could be multiplying 2. So what we need to do is, in order to find a pattern, we always need at least 3 points. So we're going to go up and try and find 1 more point to figure this out. So we're going to do month 2, and in month 2 those parent rabbits are still parents, and they're going to have 2 more babies underneath them. But these babies in month 1 are now parents, so I'm going to make those X's, and they're going to have 2 babies now underneath them. So if we look just in month 2, we have 4 parents, 4 babies, for a total of 8 rabbits. So we go to our table, and 2 months we have 8, and now we can clearly see that the pattern is multiplying by 2. Alright, so pause the video, take a couple minutes, minute or 2, continue to multiply by 2 until you complete this table. Alright, so your table hopefully is complete now, and it should look like this. So now we're going to try and come up with the equation, and we see that our pattern is multiplying by 2. And last chapter we learned that if the pattern is adding or subtracting, then it's going to be linear. We also learned that if it's multiplication, it is not linear. And we said, don't worry about writing the equation. Now we're going to learn how to write the equation if the pattern is multiplication. So please write this down as we go over this. If your pattern is multiplication, you want to use this equation. And it is not linear at all, so it's not in y equals mx plus b form. And to get it to grow as fast as we do, what we need to do is have an x in the exponent. That's the fastest way that we can get things to grow. So our equation is as follows. Y equals the initial value times the multiplier to the x power. So your initial value, in case you're not sure, is going to be the y value when x is 0. And then our multiplier is just the pattern. Here we're multiplying by 2. So for this, our equation would be y equals the initial value, which is the y value when x is 0. So x is 0 here, so it's 2, times our multiplier, which happens to be 2 as well, to the x power. So in order to answer the question below is how many rabbits will Lenny and George have after 1 year? Remember, this is in months, and we want 1 year, so there's 12 months in a year. So we have to go y equals 2 times 2 to the 12th power. And to do that, you would go to your calculator and we would press 2 times 2. This is the exponent key, and then 12. And that's how many rabbits we would have after 1 year. Alright, so there are 3 other cases. There is case 2, case 3, and case 4. So please complete them on your own or with your group. Please make the diagram because that's going to help you determine the pattern. Don't just assume what the pattern is going to be. Please work it out. And then you are going to answer the questions that I posted on Google Classroom. Okay? And then I will see you the next day, and we'll go over any questions. Good luck. Thanks.